you on the other side. Good job, wheelman. Yeah. You get a little prop cavitation there. The oxygenated water, I think. That's the bubbles. Just be cool, you guys. This is a kayak gang here in Cambridge. Don't mess with them. This is the head racers. They're gonna make it sound like kale smoothie with them if we get too close. That's the enforcer right there. That's Razor on the left. Should we quack for him? Airtime. All right. Let's talk about the Charles River. First of all, look at the color. I know what you're thinking. It's actually this color, not because of pollution, but because of tannins from tree leaves. Oak, very high in tannic acid. Outside of the urban area, which is most of the river, overhang by tree leaves, fall up into the water, they biodegrade. So was it polluted? Yes. How badly? Badly. You'll hear all kinds of urban legends. My granddad fell into the water and needed a tetanus shot. My granddad was fishing by the banks of the Charles River, dipped in 10 toes to cool off, pulled out 7. But we didn't need hyperbole by the 1970s because we had data. When the EPA was formed, in the Nixon administration, oddly enough, the EPA started to collect hard data. Scrape the silt out of the water, scrape the silt out of the bottom, test the water itself. And then they would collect all kinds of data about what kind of pollution they have, because here in the Charles River, you know, right up here is MIT, just beyond is Harvard, that's fine. We also used to have meat packing plants, textile mills, printing presses, automobile factories, camera companies, and the effluent went right into the water. And so they knew right off the bat that it was polluted. They just wanted to analyze what kind of pollution, what you could do about it, how you could mediate it. We have been abused by construction projects for many, many years. We have seen all manner of construction projects. Never have I seen one this beautiful. As some result of the effort of about 6 years, what they did is to take a bridge that was one of 3,000 bridges in the U.S. that is technically condemned, and they made it look like this. This bridge is from 1907. It looks like it's brand new, doesn't it? It's called the Longfellow Bridge. What did they do? They took the stones apart, and they took it all apart like it was Lego. And then they took the stones and they put them on barges and they sent them to Chelsea, where they were repointed and re-edged. And then all of the rivets that you see on the Longfellow Bridge, those have been redone by hand, hot riveted, as it was in 1907. Isn't it cool? That's the MIT Earth Sciences Building. What looks like a big golf ball is a Doppler radar, the first Doppler radar. There's the Citgo sign and the lights at Fenway Park. There's the Prudential Center, where you can go up and get a great view of Boston, the John Hancock Tower, the Mirror Building, the Hat Show. That's all landfill. The church steeple, that's all landfill, to give you an idea of the scope. Look at all the sailboats out here. Look at the orange boats, the orange sailboats, and this one. And the windsurfers. Look at that, it's like a Wrigley's commercial. Look at them flying through the water. This is part of community boating. I love community boating. They're right over here. Any of my locals or anybody ever have anything to do with community boating? They started in 1936, and I said jokingly that Leonard Nimoy grew up rough. He did. The West End was rough. It was not a hard area. I don't mean it was super high crime. Everybody port, lean port, good, hold, good. And starboard, everybody starboard, good, hold, and then back up, and then lean forward over the wheel. We want the weight to come over the wheel. Yep, good. Hold. This is good. Yeah, that's how you do it. Nice job, wheelman. Good job for you guys. You didn't really have to do that, but I like to watch you guys do it. I like us to work together. Look at this. On the right-hand side, this is Boston Sand and Gravel. They produce sand and gravel. It used to be really depressing looking, but they painted the rooftop yellow, and I think it's brightened up a great deal. Just kind of a splash of color really can make all the difference in the world in a working environment.
올림픽 생각난다.
Okay.
조금 더.
Does anybody have any questions? Gosh, I feel like I've been monopolizing the whole conversation. I'm kind of a talker. I need to be a better listener. I'm working on it with my therapist. Does anybody have any questions about anything for me? Questions about, I don't know, my career, what went wrong?